Today, the influence of technology has completely transformed how people carry out traditional practices and everyday tasks. From shopping online to activating government services, we have incorporated the digital landscape for faster and efficient access to information and communication. However, as beneficial as this change may be, a threat to our privacy and security still persists, with users around the globe increasingly falling victim to systematic attacks made by cyber criminals. The heavy social media use evident here in the Philippines highlights the blind reliance on such technologies, making Filipinos susceptible to online risks and ethical concerns. Phrases like "gawai ng AI" and "baka scam yan" are often encountered when engaging with the content we come across on the internet. Although these may seem like a way to show precaution, mere expressions are not enough to protect an individual from the danger brought about by the evolving cyber attacks. So, how can we further improve these habits? What knowledge and skills are necessary to be active consumers, contributors, and advocates of digital systems in this tech-driven world?
Well, let us first define the two major concepts involved: artificial intelligence and cybersecurity. Artificial intelligence, or AI, is a powerful tool that has the capability to mimic certain aspects of human intelligence. It can see trends, make predictions, and execute tasks based on accumulated data from multiple user inputs. Contrary to popular belief, it would not function on its own without any human intervention. Large language models, which fall under Gen AI, are developed with the same principles, being trained and critiqued by actual people for better and more accurate results to given prompts. Ultimately, AI systems build a foundation for enhanced productivity, decision-making, research, and accessibility for all.
As we have established a clear understanding of what constitutes AI and cybersecurity, let us move on to how exactly these are used to exploit vulnerabilities in a network and manipulate people's private information. With the growth of artificial intelligence, cybercriminals have learned to alter their strategies to target unsuspecting users, specifically those who have practices that include, but are not limited to, the following: using weak passwords, thoughtlessly browsing through any online site, clicking on every link on the web, connecting to free and unsecured Wi-Fi, and sharing majority of personal life on social media accounts. The line between fact and fiction becomes harder to distinguish as AI-generated material distorts our reality through both mental and emotional deception. Moreover, it persuades people to unknowingly comply with certain agendas, making cyberspaces more challenging to navigate. Throughout this year, you may have seen several videos circulating on platforms like Facebook and TikTok, which showed hyper-realistic news reporters conducting interviews. These have since then distinctly affected our abilities to gather evidence on real-time events. Now, if one does find themselves in this situation, what are the plausible actions to take to solve the issue, or at the very least, mitigate the damage done? The most obvious thing to do after a cyber attack is to disconnect from all compromised accounts and devices. This ensures that the scope of the crime does not extend to other important data. Another step to take is to collect documentation of the intrusion and report it immediately to the respective services and institutions so they can implement the subsequent security measures. Besides these, one should also change their keys or passwords to formally block out the cybercriminals and their destruction of stored information.
But having said all that, prevention is still better than cure. Hence, let us tackle the preemptive actions we should practice to eliminate even the slightest possibilities of getting targeted. Number 1. Keep your devices updated. Doing so patches any bugs and gaps in the software, which decreases the likelihood of cybercriminals getting a hold of weaknesses that they can take advantage of. Number 2. Enable multi-factor authentication. It is ideal to have 3 factors which help verify that the user is the rightful owner, namely something you know, something you possess, and something that is unique to you. Number 3. Know the permissions you permit on the browsers and social media platforms. Double-checking all the settings, features, and cookie preferences helps us be aware of what data of ours is collected.
Recalling these concepts every single time you open an app, click a button, or view a post can definitely be difficult. So to put it simply, just remember the 5 resources model. Decoding, to discern the essence of artificial intelligence and cybersecurity, including the terms, ideas, and structures within it. Meaning making, to comprehend the significance of AI and cybersecurity outputs in individual contexts. Analyzing, to assess the implications of the elements and affairs within AI and cybersecurity systems in wider fields, organizations, and communities. Using, to effectively employ AI and cybersecurity tools and rules in achieving specific objectives. And lastly, persona, to consider oneself as a part of building the foundation for AI and cybersecurity, promoting good conduct and secure interactions in the digital world.
Indeed, exploring technology-dependent society is both a privilege and responsibility that every single one of us must regard with importance. As we continuously progress into powerful and boundless digital innovations, all technical, cultural, social, and ethical conditions become more essential in honing the critical digital literacy that supports our freedom to produce and absorb digital products. Therefore, it is essential for all members of society, no matter the age, profession, gender, or status, to exert the time and effort in cultivating this ability and participate in the endeavor of establishing an inclusive, resilient, trustworthy, and well-informed cyberspace. Without doubt, artificial intelligence and cybersecurity will remain as constant aspects of our livelihood. Therefore, we must empower our communities to thrive as adaptable as they can in this ever-growing digital landscape. The only question is, are you ready to embrace this responsibility and shape the future of our shared digital landscape?